Boy, you retail investors are some stubborn bitches. Let's take a look at this tweet and then we're going to talk about Mullen. Back in June, I made a video about Mullen warning about dilution, and the Honorable Mr. Elkin 00 says, Tony, what you are saying is 50% truth, 50% bullshit. Another clickbait video by another YouTuber is all this is. Yeah, you know what, guys? It was 100% truth and 0% bullshit. Mullen was diluting, and that's why the price was going down. And the fact that I tell you the truth is why I am the hands down #1 hated YouTuber in the fin space. And now we got a whole new round of snake oil salesmen telling you they found the secret decoding of the trading algorithms, and they're going to unearth exactly what's happening and report it to the SEC. We got other snake oil salesmen on Twitter saying they guarantee they have inside information that a short squeeze is guaranteed in his Twitter profile. Wow. You got guaranteed inside information. That's something the SEC might want to know about. Let's talk about Mullen, my upcoming visit here in Austin to see the Mullen vehicles live coming up this weekend. And is this the end for Mullen? Now, by the way, I am just a humble tomato farmer working out in my garden in the backyard. You know, I don't know a whole lot, guys. But seriously, I've been trading 30 years. I do have a degree in economics and finance. Nobody pays me, guys. I barely do YouTube. It don't pay enough. But I do try and share my knowledge to help you, because I hate seeing you lose money to people lying to you, lying on you here on YouTube. Do y'all remember those magical days back in early July 2023 where the stock soared? Short squeeze in full effect, they said. The stock ran from 90 cents up to over $3 in 2 days, volume quintupling to 150 and 250 million shares. You guys were certain, and the clickbaiters promised you that the squeeze was in full effect. And yes, I had to come in and rain on the party and say, or you could be getting diluted, and they're letting the price run up because they want to get the absolute most out of those shares and get the most income for those warrants and those shares that they can. And don't be a bag holder. Oh man, I know that's a really unpopular message. Was it right? Are there some breadcrumbs where we can see if Tony was just a jerk, or could he have been correct back in early July when he was trying to give you those friendly warnings? In the 10Q, it says that on June 30th, 2023, the shares outstanding were 86.7 million shares. June 30th, just a couple days before July 5th. What happened after June 30th? What happened after July 5th and 6th? Well, let's just scroll up here. As of August 14th, it's now 184 million shares. That is pretty much near 100 million shares, and I would bet you dollars to donuts that all of those shares got sold in these 2 days. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. So how was I able to predict that was going to happen, which I did predict for some time going into that date? And how do I know that is what happened? That's not the first time we've seen this playbook, guys. In fact, many months ago, I made a funny little video for you called the CEO's Handbook, and it's all laid out there for you. Go back and watch that video. You are going to see this played out time after time in certain companies with certain lenders, and generally they are companies that are struggling. I don't spend a lot of time telling you how pretty the cars are. I don't spend a lot of time lying to you that the fundamentals are great. Oh, those are some of my favorite comments over the past weeks and months from some of these clickbait YouTubers. The fundamentals are great. I don't understand why it's being shorted. Guys, the fundamentals in this company have sucked for 2 years. Why I've told my audience for 2 years, avoid Mullen. Not that I hate Mullen. They do have nice cars. In fact, I'm taking time out of my day this weekend to go talk to them in person when they are here in Austin, showcasing their vehicles. I wish the company success, but rather than show you fancy Wyckoffs and show you charts that don't frickin' matter when the company's not bringing in revenue, There's only one thing that happens to companies that don't bring in revenue. The price goes down. Rather than spend my time doing that BS like all the Mullen clickbaiters have been for you 4 or 5 times a day for the last 2 years, I come in once a quarter or so, look at the financials, look at the filings, share a couple of thoughts with you. Now, I know most of you didn't listen. A couple of you have. I hope that those that listened did not get caught up in this mess. And I hope that those of you that are stuck in this play have some way out. But now let's talk about, are we near the end of the road for Mullen as we know it? Or is there another breadcrumb in the 10Q that maybe other people missed or had a different take on that I can share my opinion with you on to let you know what I think is going to happen next with Mullen. On the latest 10Q, buried at the very bottom, page 49, and I saw some other YouTubers who have now deleted their videos, but that's neither here nor there, talk about this very paragraph and called it a poison pill, a way to make sure the company does not get bought out by others. Guys, I read this and I disagree humbly. August 11th, the board of directors approved the company entered change in control agreements with each non-employee director and CEO David Mishery, so that if the company has a change in control, they all receive $5 million. $5 million. And Mr. Mishery will receive 10% of the transaction proceeds up to and including $1 billion plus, wait, there's more, plus an additional 5% of transaction proceeds that are more than 1 billion and up to 1.5 billion. What is a change in control? In blue at the bottom, the consummation of a merger or consolidation of the company, any liquidation or the sale or disposition of the company. Now, is this a poison pill? I say no, it is not a poison pill. This is what I call a golden parachute, and this may be the end of Mullen as we know it. I would be willing to bet you money that there is a bankruptcy, a sale, a merger, or an acquisition. Mullen is going to run out of money. They're not going to have enough production to overcome the operating expenses, both G&A, R&D, and cost of sales. They aren't going to be able to generate enough revenue before they run out of cash again, and they can't keep diluting. Will I be right? Will I be wrong? Is this company going to be bought out by someone else? Is it going bankrupt, or is it going to survive? Because they have way more production planned than they've told us about. I don't know, guys. Let me know down in the comments. What do you think? And this weekend when I'm out there at the live event, meeting the folks from Mullen and test driving those vehicles, if I got any juicy tidbits to share with you, I will certainly be back with you in a day or two and let you know. I am Tony Denaro. Thank you for watching, and I will see ya on the next video.